What is up, everyone? Kyle here, otherwise known as Twisted500, back with another video. Back with the Ranger. Today is finally the day that we do the off-roading video, or at least some of it. There's a off-roading area that I normally like to go to. Don't have a lot of time today, but I wanted to get it done. I know I kept saying I got to get this video done for you guys. I've been saying it for a while. So I'm going to go to one of the areas. I was going to hit two areas, but I'm not going to have time today with it being Independence Day. Not just the 4th of July, it is Independence Day here, guys. So don't have a lot of time, got a lot of stuff planned in the afternoon and evening. So I'm going to hit one of the areas I like to do off-roading in. It's a little bit smaller, but it's more, it's a not as long of a off-roading video, but it will be more technical, be a little bit of a better gauge of how the Ranger actually does compared to the Raptor. So there's a little property is what we're going to. With the Raptor, there's some areas that I couldn't even go because it would bottom out, skid, beach, stuff like that. The Ranger, I was just messing around one day after work, took it. I didn't have any of my, I wanted a different camera angle, so I didn't have any of my tripods, things like that. So I just ran the route I was going to do, and it handled it very, very easily. So I want to show you guys exactly how difficult this area is and how capable this little Ranger is. But yeah, so the Raptor and the Ranger are just two very separate vehicles. The Raptor more of a cruiser, long range, stuff like that. It is bigger, it is wider, it is a little bit faster, it's a little bit more comfortable than the Ranger, I will admit that. But the Ranger is easier to maneuver off-road. One, it's smaller, it's lighter. Just from my driving experiences, I think off-roading, if you want to do some serious off-roading, the Ranger is a much better deal, or much better vehicle. Obviously, it's cheaper. If you screw up the Ranger, the price point's gonna be different. Like, this Ranger was $45. Raptors nowadays, you're looking at $75 starting. So huge price difference if something were to happen. A lot of parts for the Ranger. One thing I'm finding for the Ranger is not a lot of off-road lighting accessories. So we'll switch it around. I have upfitter switches here that came standard with the Ranger Tremor. So I have upfitter switches just like the Raptor, but no one makes Ranger kits. And whenever I ask someone saying, hey, I got a Ranger, with upfitter switches just like the Raptor, where the Raptor kits fit on the Ranger, it's essentially the same thing, and everyone says no, which is really annoying. So a lot of the lighting accessories I'm going to be putting on this thing is going to basically have to be custom. I'm going to have to do it all myself. But yeah, the Ranger so far has been great, averaging 23.6 miles per gallon right now, which obviously it's a truck, you're not really too worried about miles per gallon, but it is definitely nice, and it's super capable. But I'm done talking. Let's get there and actually get some off-road done. Like I said, this Ranger, fantastic for the little bit I'm doing it, but let's get some videos, show you guys actually what it's capable of, because me saying it's a good truck and you seeing that it's a good truck are going to be two very separate things. So we're on our way, we're going to drive there. Once we'll get there, we'll get unloaded and show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. A little softer today. The leaves definitely make a big difference. You guys hear that pinging? It's just picking up those branches and stuff, which I will turn off for now. would have been too steep of a turn around there, so I opted against it. Front end around. Wow, look at that. Alright guys, so we're on our way home now. As you saw, everything was done in 4 high, traction control on, and no the traction management settings. Obviously, traction management settings would help a little bit. It does have the descend assist, so basically you can lock it in like 0.5, 1 mile an hour, so it go down hills. We can do that. 4 low would have done better on that initial part when it was really loose, like the rocks and stuff like that, and maybe the gravel setting would have done better as well. So in 4 high, you guys could see the back would spin and the front wouldn't really spin. 4 low, it probably would have crawled up that hill right away, but most people aren't going to think about switching it to 4 low and something like that. There's going to be an off-road mode. They're going to be 4 high, or the 4H, if you guys don't know what that means. They're going to be 4 high, and they're going to just leave it there, and it's going to move. They're not going to think like, oh, this might be a little slippery, this might be a little dusty, maybe I should switch it to 4 low. Most people aren't going to do that, so that's why I left it in the 4 high. As you guys saw, huge difference between the open diff and the lock diff. So you just press down here on the console, or yeah, I guess the console, but it's on the floor here. So it's here, right there, is the lock the diff button. As you guys saw, when we locked the diff, it made a huge difference on how much quicker that thing went up that same hill on the same route. So all those rocks that were loose, obviously were still there, all the dust. So it definitely went up a lot easier with the diff locked. So yeah, it went up there so much quicker. Still 4 high, so it doesn't have like the 4 low creep on or anything like that. It just moved right out there. As you guys saw too, in some of the other areas, the thing just crawled right over those little, I guess it's a little creek bed. Well, not really a creek bed, but it's water runoff that turned deep enough that it could be a creek bed. It just went right over that. The Raptor would not even be able to touch that. It would scrape on everything. The front and back would both rub. It did rub when I tried doing it one time and I just stopped. This thing didn't touch any part of the vehicle, just went right over it. So in that aspect, as a little off-roader, this thing's great. There are little nuances here and there that you guys will have to maybe get used to, because it is just stock. Maybe as we upgrade this thing a little bit more, it'll get even better. So the question is the 2023 Ranger Tremor better than the F-150 Raptor? I would say depending on what you're using it for. Yes and no. It is much more capable in the area I was driving it than the Raptor was. Raptor kept bottoming out. Raptor kept hitting things. I went through an area of trees that no way the Raptor would have made it through, because this thing is smaller. It just went right through and I didn't have to go around it. And if trails is an issue, if you're ever going on trails, off-roading, things like that, and the only area you can make it through is between these 2 trees and the vehicle's too wide, then you're just stuck. So for what I need it for, I think this thing is absolutely amazing. Did a great job. Went through everything I threw it through pretty easily, to be honest too. No hiccups, nothing like that. What you expect from a stock vehicle. Now, the Raptor is going to be faster. Raptor is going to be more comfortable. But if you're looking for something off-road that's capable, by all means, this thing is great. Hoping maybe here in the future we'll throw some upgrades on it and then see how it does, make it more of an overlanding vehicle, get videos like that, because I've actually really enjoyed these off-road videos, prepping for them, things like that. I want to do hunting trips here in the future that's like off the map, and something like this I think would be perfect. So in the meantime, hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned for more content to come. I'll see y'all soon.